In this lesson, we're going to take a look at a Tom Petty song, American Girl. He just died 2 days ago as of the filming of this lesson, and so it seemed appropriate to take a look at one of his songs. Also, I saw a video of the bass player kind of going over how they came up with the part and stuff like that, so I thought this would be a good lesson for this week. So, American Girl, it's in the key of D. He plays with a pick. And flat wound strings, I'm pretty sure. He was playing a Hofner in this video that I saw. I'm not sure if that's what they use on the record, but it's, you know, a plucky but thumpy, darker sort of tone. What I was playing there at the very beginning really was a combination of the guitar and the bass on the record. Now maybe live he played that. But on the record, he's just playing this upper part. The tempo is very fast on this. The quarter note tempo on the chart, I have it here at 210 because there's no way I could do cut time in the software on the chart because it really probably would have been written best in cut time. But in any event, so there's a lot of bars in the chart because of the way I had to chart this out. Okay, so we start off on a high E on the G string up here on the 11th or 9th fret. We slide into an F sharp. So that's the third of D. So that's why you hear that chord. And then down to the second, and then down to the octave of D. That's how the part's working. He's holding that note for 2 bars, then the E for 2 bars, then the D for 2 bars, and then there's like a hammer-on or a slide-in, and then you repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when we get into the verse, we start on a D. And the key thing here is to just get this rhythm. Because the tempo is so fast, it might look slow on the page. We've got to remember that the tempo is very fast. And with a pick, you might think about plucking it using an up-down stroke rhythm with some of those ghost notes in there. I mean, it's not like he's plucking all the 16th notes. But that might help you get a good groove on the part, is to get your hand moving. Like that. Because it has a real bouncy groove on the record and stuff, and I think that's important to capture that in the bass part. So, again, we start off in the D. And then, I guess the way to think about this part is major pentatonic. So you got to look at a box pattern starting on a D here. I'm just using box pattern notes here in the part. So, again, starting out on the D, going down to this B, then to the E chord, then to a G chord, and then on the chart, I have both octaves written on the A chord. That's because in the first verse he's playing the high A, and then the second time you play the verse he's playing a low A. So it's just a variation there. That's something you can play around with depending on which verse you're in. So once again from the beginning of the verse. Now if you notice, that's just a walk up of the major scale, the D major scale. You could play it up here on the 5th fret. I think he played it using the open string. Okay, so there's a first and second repeat for this, for that chord progression, the D, E, G, and A. And the second time around, you're going to do a walk up back to the A again. We're going to stay on the A for the next part of the song. So let me take it from the second time around, and I'll take the second ending. Walk up to D, down to G, and then walk down to E minor. So let's take a look at that again. So I start by walking up to the A from a low E, and then up the major scale to the D, and then from a low E again, picking up to a G. And then from the octave of that G, down to an E minor, and then the same walk up again. So it's sort of like he's using major scales, going up to a note, and then coming down from the octave of it. I mean, he's doing that a couple times. That's a little motif he's using in this. But that's basically it. Then we get to this next section. Okay, so when we get to the A, the second time around, we have this motif staying on the A for 4 times. And then we go to a G, back to an A, and that's the end of it. So let me, and the whole cycle is going to repeat again. So let me take it back again to that A. We're just doing the A and the C sharp, the third of A. Now just move that down 2 frets to the G, and then back up to the A, and then we're going to do the walk up to D. And now here we're going to do like hitting the 5th and then the walk down to B. Like that. That's maybe the trickiest part of it. Then we just hit the F sharp, back to a G, up the arpeggio of a G major chord, like that, then to the A, and then we walk up to the D, and there's like a little slide into that A, up to the high D, and you're done. So I'm going to pick it up from the A that repeats 4 times, and I'll just play through that section one more time so you get the idea. 2, 3, 4. Third time, 4th time, now G, back to A, to the B minor, and G, A. And then we're back again at the beginning of the verse, because that whole thing repeats again. I mean, I guess you could call halfway through that section really getting into the chorus, but it's all one through composed piece that's played exactly the same twice in a row. So that's the way I marked it in the chart. Okay, so once you've done that twice, then we get to the little bridge section, or what I'm calling a bridge. So if we ended there on the D, these are really staccato. It does it 4 times. Here's the 4th time. It just stays on the A. That's why there's a different 4th ending. So it's the same rhythm again, except that it's all staccato and there's no sustained notes and no pickups or anything, minus that little chromatic thing. So little chromatic up to the A. We start on the G. So that's the quickest figure in the whole chart. That. And then the only difference is on the 4th time around, you stay on the A. Then we're almost done. You got the 1 bar break, and then you just hit the D, and you let it sustain for 4 bars. Then here's the last interesting thing. He was even talking about this in the interview. The producers had him do this little natural harmonic on the 7th fret here. And I think I've done a lesson on doing natural harmonics, but if you've never done one before, all you do is place your finger over the fret, not when you're playing notes, but place your fingertip over the fret here, in this case the 7th fret, directly over it, but do not press down. You just touch the string with your pinky, and you don't press the string down to touch the fret, and pluck. You're basically holding a nodule point of where the string vibrates, and it creates a natural harmonic of the string. So in this case, those 2 strings. There's natural harmonic on the 5th, 7th, and also the 4th fret, although that's harder to get, and then of course the octave at the 12th. Anyhow, this is on the 7th fret. And really the song goes on with the bass playing that motif all the way during the fade out. So, and that's really the end of the chart. So American Girl, Tom Petty, in honor of his passing just a couple days ago. Very sad day for all of us. Great songwriter, and a lot of great bass lines in all his music too. So enjoy it.